Shabon! TikTok, how are you? You know why I'm wearing these balls around my neck? It's because I just took them out of my ass. What? No, it's Christmas time here at the Hit the Bid radio program. My name is, I guess, Chris Kringle. I don't know who I am. I have no idea what the hell's going on anymore. But every time a stock breaks a new high, it doesn't just go up a little bit. It doesn't go up a medium amount. It goes up amazingly amount. It goes up so much that you can't even comprehend. Like USAR. I went from thinking this thing wasn't going to work, that I think it was going to roll over and break when it broke 15. I was like, wow, this thing actually might not work out this year. And then it U-turned, which is known as the faux show bro. And then it broke back over 15, broke back. And then it broke back over 1750, broke back. You know what it did today? It had a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal, earnings 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal, and then it broke all-time highs. And in 2025, if you haven't noticed, when a stock breaks all-time highs, go to see where it came from, and it'll go 10x. All false lows. What did I just say? Let me explain. So the stock USAR, right? USAR, right? The low of it was $5.56, right? And that's a long time ago. And it's been a pump and dump, black, back, boo, 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 right? Now it's hot as balls, right? Everybody wants it, right? So now, stock, hello? Hey, what's up? So the stock, right, breaks out today. What are you supposed to do? Look at it? Don't just look at it, eat it, right? Buy it. Buy it. Buy more right now. Fuck it. It's going 24. Holy shit, it really is. It's at $23.99 right now. So the stock is up 30% today. There was a moment in my young life where if a stock went up 8% for the year, you were excited. That's where I come from. I'm still getting used to this. And I lived through 1999 where I've seen stocks double and triple, but I've never seen this many stocks double and triple and quadruple. Bro, it just broke 24 like there was no resistance whatsoever. There is no resistance. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. You could have just bought it 1,000 shares and paid for an entire year of my room. No, 1,000 shares, only $500. Sorry, 10,000 shares. But seriously, this morning we bought options for 62 cents, right? And I'm patting myself on the back, selling some at 85 and $1.05. You know where they are now? $4. It's not stopping. It could go to $100 tonight, I guess. Wow. Now it's silly. That's silly. That's silly that it went right to 25 just like that. It's silly. It's silly, but that's the market we're in. See what I'm saying? I just looked, I didn't mean for this to happen. But it is happening, Blanche. It is happening. And it happens every day. So, we've been today, this is the longest day I've had in my life. Because I had 3 meetings, right? And every meeting was about how to sell the room, right? How to sell, because I work for a company that's a financial publishing website, and they sell me. And for, I don't know, since 2007, I think the best way to sell me is to meet me. Hello, my name's Kenny. I trade, and I bang out winners every day, sometimes 15 or 20 in a row. Sometimes I could go 6 or 7 months without a losing trade. It's incredible. But don't take my word for it. Why don't you sign up to my room? I will give you 2 weeks of access to see what I do. And if you're not impressed, you get your money back. Enter now. It's the easiest thing in the world. There is no way to quantify what we witness on a daily basis. It's absolutely, there are no words. I love the word flabbergasted. Doesn't do it justice. It's outstanding. It's otherworldly, bizarre. What are the words? What are the words that I need here? There are no words. What I'm trying to say, YouTube, my friends, it's every day is Christmas on my website. And these people, I used to ridicule people that say, oh man, if you would have listened to me last night, you would have been rich. Nobody's getting rich overnight. Yeah, you are. I'm sorry. You are. You are. You are getting rich. If you could buy an option at 12 cents and then watch it go to $5, if you decided, all right, Kenny, this next trade, I'm digging you, man. So let me know what you want me to do. And I said today, you know what? I want you to buy some $22 calls here on USAR. I really want you to just buy as many shares as you can at 1950, because if it breaks 1950, it's going to rip, right? So that being said, right? Let's say today you decided, okay, cool. I'm digging you, buddy. I'm going to take the first trade that you mentioned and I'm going to load the fuck up. Just, maybe you got a couple $100,000 discretionary income, right? Whatever, right? I don't know who you are, right? So today's your first day. You roll in and you say, all right, what do you got for me? And I say, well, USAR just faux show broed. I want you to buy the option at 32 cents. That 32-cent option proceeded to go to $3.35. And tomorrow it's going to be up another 2 points, apparently, right now. So if you would have put, right, just a casual trade, right, 38 cents, 10 contracts is $380, right? 100 contracts, it's only 3,800. Maybe you felt like going nuts. Maybe you said, I'm going to put 5 G's into your next idea, Kenny. Your 5 G's this afternoon, you know what it was worth? $50,000. That's a 10-bagger. Kenny, these trades that you find where you talk about them in your videos, are these rare? No, sir. These happen every day. And that's why I'm out of my mind. Because how many times can I watch an option trade go up 1,000% and sit here still living in my mother's basement? See, I ask myself that all the time. What the fuck am I doing? Right? What am I doing wrong? I own Clove and V-Wave and SRAD, who's turned into a dog shit stock. What kind of stock goes down 3 days in a row in a bull market? Shitty stocks do. I fucking hate SRAD now, and I still own it. I knew inevitably I'd get to the point where I hate the stock. That's why I hate owning stocks. This USAR trade, I don't need to own it. You bought it this morning and you sell it right now, you're going to make more money than you ever did trading anything. 10-bagger. And that was just one trade. RGTI. RGTI? It's a 27-bagger. If you bought it this morning, slightly out of the money options. They were 20 cents. They went to $5. So until we stop seeing stocks break out and going up 36% the next day, I'm going to assume that every stock is about to break out and double and triple and then quadruple. And if you're trying to tell me that the Qs are not going to $1,000 in the next 2.5 years, 3 years, of course they are. If you think this is irrational exuberance, what was it last month? What was it the month before? If you think this is crazy, what was it the month before? We've been saying the same thing since May 12th. Holy shit, I can't believe this market. Holy shit, I can't believe this market. Holy shit, I can't believe it's going. Oh my God, I can't believe it's going. Oh, this sell-off needs to be this is definitely the top of the market. Nope. Oh, this stock can't keep going up. Oh, certainly can. Who's buying these things up here? Everybody. See, all those questions that you ask yourself are fear questions, right? Because you don't want to just embrace the horror that we're never going down. Every stock's about to break out. Every one of them, except Clove, V Wave, and SRAD, of course, because I own those. But, you know, this thing, woo, I got 400 shares. Whoa, man. If I had 20,000 shares of USAR, there'd be a knock at my door. Hey, you the guy that owns 25,000 shares? Yeah, get in the van. Get in the fucking van! Oh, what did I do? You're not allowed to make money in the stock market. The stock's about to explode. You need to sell this stock right now so it could go up tomorrow without you. But I don't want to sell it. I just bought it. No, you're not allowed. Not allowed. Because if I would have 10,000 shares of the stock, there'd be some fraud allegations tonight, or an offering, or they would pre-announce bad earnings, just something to fuck me up. And that's why I do what I do. You see, friend, Mr. Hypocrite, I'm not, I mean, Mr. Negative Nancy, charlatan, snake oil salesman. I'm the opposite of that. If you hear me tell my stories, you'll be crying. Not out of laughter, out of sadness. So to the guy who wants me to have skin in the game on every trade, let me put it to you this way. You don't want me in the stock. You want me having an unbiased opinion about what I think is going to happen based on the chart and momentum. That's what you want. Once I get involved, I generally ruin the trade. Top ticking stupid fucker that I am, right? It's amazing that this thing's up 7.5 points. Oh my God. And you know what? You know what's even crazier? If you would have given it if you really wanted to gamble, they would have paid you earlier today to buy the $24 calls. Nobody was buying $24 calls. They didn't even invent them until the stock started moving. There were no $24 calls. Now there are $24 calls. Now there's $36 calls for tomorrow. Now the 30s were trading this morning. Sorry, this afternoon. The 30s. They invented. Where do you think this stock's going? They created the chain today. Market makers know. It's unbelievable. So here's our dilemma, my friends, if you are watching this video, and I hope you are, right? Here's the dilemma. This industry is ripe, or was it wrought? What's the word? Filled with fraud. I get it. I live it. I've seen it. And when I called it out, I got in trouble. Remember that? When I called people frauds, even though I knew they were, and they got all testy about it, right? It's a strong word, fraud. See, I am fraud proof. Fraud proof. I allow you to witness what I do for 2 whole weeks. You know how agonizingly long? Do you know how long today was? It was very long. And if you spent the entire day with me in Solid today, you came away with one thing. Holy shit, these guys are the best at what they do. I need to be hanging with them for the rest of my life. It ain't about the USAR. Of course, I'm going to find winning trades. VWAP is the king. Breakouts are awesome. We're in a raging bull market. You can't find a few stocks that are breaking new highs and are ripping. Then you're not looking hard enough, right? Yeah, I'm better at it than a lot of people. But man, the idea of me being in every stock, it's impossible. I wish I was. And that's why I'm hiring. So I'm looking for 2 hardcore guys, right? Or girls. Well, one girl that worked for me, I made her cry, and I felt kind of bad for a minute or two, but then I didn't. And then I said to her, "No crying and trading." She didn't like that. But what I'm looking for is people that can understand direction, order entry, you're familiar with one or two platforms, and you understand stock market vernacular. So I want to be here. Yo, Fazoon, or whatever you hunt. Phil, Bob, Roger, Roger. If USAR pulls back to 1875, I want to be in those $19 calls under a buck. You got to know what that means. So then when I see the stock pulls back to 1850 and the options are printing at $1 and you didn't get me, you're in trouble. I will bark the order out. If you didn't hear the order, ask me to say it again, and I will. If you didn't get your print, tell me, I didn't get them at $1. What do you want me to do? Oh, they're $1.05. Buy them at $1.05. Limit. And then you say in, and I say, great. Offer out 3 contracts at 125. Put a stop at 90. You know what that means, right? That's all I want. I call the orders out. You work my trades with the parameters that we set. And inevitably, you're going to know the parameters yourself because it's always the same trade. VWAP breaks or a range break. Prior candles are our lows. If there's prior candles above it, that's where we're looking for the stock to go. Oh, no. Big size got hit. Ooh. They just dropped a bid $1. Wow. So, I don't know, my friends. I'm holding on to strands of sanity at this point. And I nothing would please me more to bestow my wisdom onto somebody else. Have you guys make money, and I'll just take piece of the action. That's what I want to do. Because I do nothing better than find the ideas, give you the parameters, and then you go get them. Go get them. And I'll split the money with you. It's very simple. You don't have to come up with ideas. You have no risk. None. No risk. Except your life. Because if you fuck up, I send Solid to your house with a guitar made out of steel, and he bashes you over the head. I think it can be done. I know it hasn't been easy because the reason most people fail is because they think they're smarter than me. I don't need you to think. I don't need you to think. I know what trades work. I'm pretty good at this, right? But what I'm bad at is managing more than 1 or 2 trades at the same time. That's why I want to have a couple of people do this with me. All right, enough of that bullshit. Get in touch with me, my friends, right? I'm the only guru that still supplies money, right? Who funds traders anymore? Nobody does this, right? I'm still willing to do it even though I'm 0 for 10 and I'm miserable. Oh, yeah, 1 for 9. I 1 for 10. One trader actually made me money, but then they blew this trade that they were up huge on. I'm like, wait, so let me get this straight. You were up $8,000 on this trade and you let it turn to a loss and you're fired. And that was basically the conversation. Oh, let me just remind you, if you're ever up $8,000 on a trade and you don't take some money off the table and turn it into a $4,000 loss, that'll be the last time. Not only will you not be working for me at the end of the day, but you're going to owe me the 3,200, and I'm going to take it. So if you're ready to go insane, you have a little bit of money to put up, and you're ready for some literally physical and verbal and mental abuse, email me. I'm not joking. This is the hardest fucking thing you're ever going to do. But I make it as easy as possible, but it's very, very stressful. Remember, I'm going to blame you for everything. Everything. Even if my pizza doesn't show up on time, you're to blame. All right? All right. By the way, if USAR dips under 24, I might sell a little bit. But I'm planning on holding this overnight. I think it's going to 27.50. All right. I hope you guys made money. And if you're still in silver, hell yeah, people. Yeah, I know it pulled back today, so You worried? I'm not worried. These silver balls, these are made out of solid silver. That's right. I thought I've seen it all, but these last 10 or 15 days, especially I mean, government shutdown, baby. Yeah. Why don't we just keep the government shut, right? Who gives a shit? What do they do for us anyway? Fuck the government, right? Let's go back to those days. Remember the fuck the government days? What happened to those days? Come on. Now people are just waving flags around, supporting the president. Who gives a shit? Like since when? I mean, how did this happen? How did we get here? I mean, maybe every once in a while you'd see a guy wearing a "I like Ike" pin. Now it's like the commercialization of the presidency, and to me, it's fucking wretched. Who cares? And if you don't think this guy's demented, and he thinks he's not demented, which I think is the scariest part of this whole moment we're living through. Do you ever listen to Trump talk? And I'm a Republican. I am not a liberal Democrat. You know my story. He's frightening because those are true signs of dementia. I don't know if you ever lived with an elderly grandparent. The way he talks, the rambling, there's literally something wrong with them. But the person that says there's nothing wrong with them, that clearly there is something wrong, that's somebody you need to fear. You see, I'm crazy in a good way. I know I'm batshit insane. I know I think weird, crazy, lunatic shit. I see shit. I hear shit. It's because I've been sitting in front of this computer for 30 years. Above the head, mustard shit. You know that from? You jerk off? You jerk off? Yeah, I jerk off. How many times? I want to go 3 times a day. I go 2 times. I want to, but I need to. All these numbers, crazy looking above the neck mustard shit. What does that even mean? It's just the most hilarious line. It doesn't mean anything, but it's genius. It's all this above the neck mustard shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't apply for the job. If you haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street, come on. All right, I gotta go get my own pizza because no one's delivering it. Y'all have a great day. And listen, I'm sorry to report, this is the face right here. As horrifying as it might be, this is the face of the one person on the internet that can legitimately help you learn how to trade. And while I'm showing you how to trade, I will spoon feed you the winners like this USAR monster. Imagine today was your first day working for me and you were in this stock and you bought an option at 32 cents and are banging out at $3. Who's better than you? Peace. Maybe I'll see you tonight. Maybe not. Good. Let's go Yankees. And don't forget to bet against the Jets. Who are they playing? They're playing Dallas. Dallas stinks, but the Jets stink worse. So it should be a good game. There's a slim chance the Jets might win, but by the first quarter, you'll know. That's why live betting is great. My friends, y'all have a great rest of the night. Hopefully I see you guys. If you are watching this video, stick around. I mean, thanks for sticking around to the end. I do tend to ramble. Like and subscribe it. And if you want a Christmas present, join my website because it's every day is goddamn Christmas. That's sacrilegious what I just said. Goddamn Christmas. Well, I don't believe in any of that stuff anyway. All right. Be careful. And tonight we'll be talking about silver and weed. If you like silver and you like weed, I'll see you tonight. Who doesn't like silver and weed?